Hello and welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And welcome, Rainbow. Welcome, everyone, to our special Mid-Autumn Festival edition of the Stories and Fables unit.
Okay, Mid-Autumn Festival.
Yeah.
That's also Moon Festival, right?
That is exactly right, my friend. It's such a great holiday that it has several names. And whether you call it the Moon Festival, the Mid-Autumn Festival, or really go for it and call it the Mid-Autumn Moon Festival, it's a time for family and friends to get together at the end of the hot summer months. It's been
very
so hot. But it's cooling down so you can get together, sit outside, enjoy some delicious barbecue, and gaze up at a big, beautiful full moon. As long as there aren't any clouds in the sky that night. We hope there aren't clouds.
That's right. Let's all hope for nice, clear, beautiful weather during this holiday because, yes, gazing at the moon is one of the really special traditions during Moon Festival that we all remember doing as kids and we still do now. But here's where we get to our story for this month. Actually, why do we stare at the moon during the Mid-Autumn Festival? I mean, yeah, it is a full moon, but we do get that every month, right?
Well, that's true, and it turns out that there is a whole fable about the moon and a special girl who happens to live there that all ties into this holiday. So, sit back, maybe grab yourself a few barbecued snacks, and let's find out all about the story of the amazing moon girl named Chang'e in The Story of Chang'e.
But before we begin, let's check out all of today's new vocabulary.
Good idea. Let's do that now. Yeah.
今天的文章要来看同学们非常熟悉的中秋节经典故事《嫦娥奔月》。不过我们先来看几个单字。第一个 young 年轻的是个形容词。Young people today are part of the Instagram generation. Young people today are part of the Instagram generation. 现今的年轻人活在 Instagram 时代里。第二个单字 angry 生气的是个形容词。I think my mom's angry at me, so I'd better stay home tonight. I think my mom's angry at me, so I'd better stay home tonight. 我想妈妈应该对我生气，所以我今晚还是待在家好了。第三个单字 pass 过去，指时间过去，是个动词。How much time has passed since we last saw each other? How much time has passed since we last saw each other? 我们从上次见面到现在，时间隔了多久了？第四个单字 become 成为是个动词。Vicky wants to become a famous singer. Vicky wants to become a famous singer. Vicky 想要成为一位有名的歌手。好了，我们现在一起看完单字例句，我们来看课文吧。
Chang'e was a beautiful young girl. She worked for the Jade Emperor in heaven. One day, she did something wrong. That made the Jade Emperor angry. So he sent Chang'e away.
Explanation 1.
So, the story of Chang'e. It's an interesting one, and it does end up with a young girl living on the moon.
Right, but this story begins in a much simpler way. As we read the first sentence of today's article, it says, Chang'e was a beautiful young girl. Right? That's a pretty normal beginning.
Yeah, that's not too strange. Now, I wonder when she becomes an astronaut.
She actually never becomes an astronaut because an astronaut goes up into space and works in space doing science. But Chang'e, she's not doing that. 嫦娥不会变成太空人啦 ，astronaut 就是太空人。
But so how does she get to space? How does she travel to the moon? Does she go by Uber? And how does she breathe in space?
Let's just read the story.
All right, I'm sorry. So, Chang'e was a beautiful young girl, and she definitely wasn't an astronaut. So, what was she? Well, next we read, she worked for the Jade Emperor in heaven. She worked for the Jade Emperor in heaven. In heaven. How did she get to... Right, it's a fable. It's a fable. I got it.
That's right. It's
not true. It's a fable.
Maybe it was true.
Well, we'll find out. But I can also see that before we go on, it's time for our first grammar point. So Daphne, she has come down from heaven, where she also works part-time, to tell us all about it. Take it away, Daphne. There's a heaven for grammar.
Oh.
Yeah.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 A works for B， 意思是 A 为 B 工作。Work 是不及物动词，意思是工作。For 是介系词，意思是为了。合在一起 A works for B 就是 A 为 B 工作。例如 Lorraine works for a charity。 Lorraine 为一家慈善机构工作。
So, Chang'e works for the Jade Emperor in heaven. And this is a totally normal thing to do. It's not strange at all. In a fable, not in real life.
Right, this fable, not really in real life.
Yeah, I got it 100% for sure. Okay.
So, Chang'e worked in heaven for a powerful emperor. So things were going very well, but then one day, something happened. It says, one day, she did something wrong. Uh-oh. I wonder what she did.
Yeah,
Not
there
good.
you go. So if you thought that heaven was a perfect place where nothing went wrong, well, now you know. Bad things can happen even in heaven.
True.
So, what happened after Chang'e made her mistake? Well, the simple answer is nothing good happened. Whatever she did, we read, that made the Jade Emperor angry. So he sent Chang'e away. Oh no, she has been exiled, banished from the kingdom of heaven. How awful.
所以嫦娥因为冒犯，她犯错了，让玉皇大帝非常的生气，所以她被驱逐了。So exile 就是被放逐、驱逐 ，banish 就是被放逐、驱逐的意思，两个都代表被赶走。Okay, so this is very awful for Chang'e. Who knows if she will be ever allowed back into heaven? But now it's time for our break, and we need to have one more visit from Daphne before we do that, because she needs to tell us about the second grammar point for today.
第二则文法是 A sends B away， 意思是 A 将 B 送走。Send 是及物动词，意思是送走。三态是 sent。Away 是副词，意思是离开。例如 Samson sent his dog away to a boot camp. Samson 送狗去参加狗狗训练营。
Okay, so as we mentioned, it's break time now, but we'll be back soon, so stick around.
He sent her to live with a family on earth. Chang'e couldn't go back to heaven. She had to do something good on earth first. The years passed, and Chang'e turned 18. She was now a beautiful young woman. Hou Yi, a young hunter, saw her. He started talking to her, and they became friends. Explanation 2.
Welcome back, all. Chang-e has messed up big time.
So she was working for the Jade Emperor in the kingdom of heaven, but then she made a mistake. So she has been sent away.
I bet she burned the emperor's toast.
Wait, what?
Yeah, his toast. She must have burned it when she was making him breakfast one morning. I bet the Jade Emperor loved to have toast with some jam or peanut butter, but Chang-e was busy and didn't pay attention, so I bet she burned his toast. Everyone hates burnt toast, so I bet the Emperor got really mad, and that's why he sent her away.
Wait, so you think that ancient Chinese emperors who lived in heaven ate toast for breakfast?
Well, yeah, they should. Toast is great. Maybe she spilled his tea on his favorite gown. You know, those ancient emperors always had really nice, expensive clothes made of silk. That's right. And I bet she was bringing him one of those tiny little cups of tea, and her fingers got too hot. And she spilt the tea all over his new white, expensive silk gown. I bet that's what happened.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like that makes sense. Let's go with that.
All right, cool.
So the emperor sent Chang-e away.
For spilling tea on his gown.
Okay, for spilling tea on his gown, maybe, or something.
And so what happened to her? Well, we next read, he sent her to live with a family on earth. Oh. Well, that doesn't sound too bad.
Oh no, but she had to leave heaven. So I guess she had been sent away forever, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's when we read, Chang-e couldn't go back to heaven. Well, she could, but...
But she had to do something good on earth first. And that's what it says in the story. So, a good deed will get her back into heaven. All right. But I bet it has to be like a really good deed. Like, you know, holding the door open for an old lady going into the bank, that probably wouldn't do it.
Not enough. Not good enough.
Yeah, that's tough. So, what happened? Well, for a while, not much. That's what it says. We read, the years passed. See? And Chang-e turned 18.
Oh,
yeah, okay. So she's still young. She still has lots of time. But I can also see that we are quickly running out of time, and so we must go back over to Daphne for the third and final grammar point of the day.
第三则文法是 somebody turns age， 意思是某人满岁数。Turn 是及物动词，意思是到达某个年龄、时间。例如 My nephew will turn 5 next week. 我的侄儿下周就满5岁了。
Okay, so Chang-e was growing up during these years. She was sent away from heaven. She needs to do something really good to be able to go back, but so far she hasn't had the chance. Next in her article, it says, she was now a beautiful young woman. And this beauty seems to be attracting some admirers.
Yes, indeed. It says, Hoi, a young hunter, saw her. Could love be in the air?
Probably, but maybe not yet. The last sentence for today says, he started talking to her and they became friends. Aw, good. Well, maybe they'll fall in love, but of course, a good friendship is a great way for any relationship to begin. 漂亮的嫦娥自然吸引了一些追求者，其中她还认识了猎人后羿。Admire 就是指爱慕者、追求者的意思，而 hunter 就是猎人。
All right, well, that's all the time we have for you guys today. There will be more from us and more from Chang-e as she goes off to astronaut training, as she doesn't go off to astronaut training tomorrow. But something will happen and it's going to be great.
Yes.
So please come back for that. Until then, Bye bye.
Bye.
The story of Chang'e. Chang'e was a beautiful young girl. She worked for the Jade Emperor in heaven. One day, she did something wrong. That made the Jade Emperor angry, so he sent Chang'e away. He sent her to live with a family on earth. Chang'e couldn't go back to heaven. She had to do something good on earth first. The years passed, and Chang'e turned 18. She was now a beautiful young woman. Hou Yi, a young hunter, saw her. He started talking to her, and they became friends.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天我们来学动词 make 的不同用法。make 在不同情境中可以当一般动词、授予动词、使役动词，甚至是搭配其他的字形成许多片语。现在就来看看 make 的各种用法吧。首先 make 当一般动词表示制作或是做，后面要接物件来当受词。例如 It took Scott 2 weeks to make a model plane.Scott 花了2个星期做了一个飞机模型。make 第二种用法是当授予动词，我们可以用 make 加物再加 for 再加人的句型来表达做某物给某人。例如 Emma wants to make a dress for her mother. Emma 想要做一件洋装给她妈妈。另外也可以用 make 加人加物的句型来表达相同的语义，像是 Emma wants to make her mother a dress。接着来看 make 第三种用法是当使役动词，后面要接受词以及原形动词，表示说使某人做某事，尤其是指强迫某人不想做的事。例如 Although it was raining, our coach made us practice playing tennis. 虽然正在下雨，但是我们的教练还是叫我们练习打网球。最后我们来学几个跟 make 相关的常见片语。Make sure 是务必确定，它常常摆在句首，用来提醒某人务必要做某事，像是 Make sure to turn off the light before you leave， 在你离开之前务必要关灯哦。下一个片语是 make sense， 表示有道理，说得通，像是 It doesn't make sense， 就表示那不合理。第三个片语 make friends 是交朋友，同学们要特别注意片语里的 friends 固定用复数形式。例如 Nate made a lot of friends when he was in Canada. Nate 在加拿大时结交了很多朋友。第四个片语 make fun of 表示取笑，后面可以接人或是事物，像是 It's not nice to make fun of your friends， 取笑你的朋友是不好的。Don't make fun of his height， 别取笑他的身高。好，接下来第5个片语很简单 ，make money 从字面上来看是制造钱，它的意思就是赚钱。例如 ，Jacob has to work long hours to make money。Jacob 必须要长时间的工作赚钱。第6个片语 ，make a mistake 是犯错，其中的 mistake 是指错误或是过失，它是一个可数名词，像是 When you make a mistake, you can learn from it。当你犯错的时候，你可以从错误中学习。最后 make up one's mind 表示决定、抉择，它的意思就相当于 make a decision 或是 take a decision。例如 Eddie made up his mind to travel to France。Eddie 决定要到法国旅行，这句话也可以说成 Eddie made a decision to travel to France。以上是今天的讲解，希望同学们都已经学会 make 的不同用法了。我们下次见 ，See you next time， bye。Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们1分钟的单元。在这1分钟的时间里面，我们会复习4个单字，还会造句练习。同学们，您都准备好没？好，1分钟计时开始。第一个单字，它是形容年轻的、年纪幼小的，这个字叫做 young。Young，she's younger than I am。她比我还年轻。这句我们口语比较常听到，可能是 she's younger than me。她比我还年轻。好，第二单字是生气的，生气的要怎么说？叫做 angry。
angry 就像愤怒鸟叫 angry birds， 对不对 ？OK， the director looked angry， 导演看起来很生气。第三个单字是动词，它可以表达时间的流逝，多少时间过去了，这个字叫做 pass。Time seems to pass quickly when we're enjoying ourselves。当我们玩得很尽兴的时候，这个时间似乎过得特别快。第四个单字呢，它是动词，表达成为或是变成，叫做 become。那动词三态是 become。OK，it has been his dream to become an actor。成为演员一直都是他的梦想。好，太好啦！我们在1分钟之内已经复习完4个单字，也照卷练习喽。同学们表现很棒，那我们下次见喽，拜拜。
See you next time.